All right. Our sketching tutorial for the day is sketching or the text tool. I think this is our fourth tool that we'll be going over. We've done the line, the rectangle, and the circle tool so far. And now we're off to the text tool. Text is typically added to an existing object. Okay. Sometimes we do just add text as our starting point, but more often than not, we're going to have an existing object in place and we will add the text to that particular object. And that's what we're going to do in our tutorial today. So let's start off with a new sketch. And let's go with the top bottom plane. Let's create a 2-point rectangle. Start on the origin. And let's make it 60 millimeters by 40. Enter. Let's round off the corners. So the fillet tool. So what I did for my rectangle, back up. There's my 2-point rectangle shortcut. You all should know this by now. Rectangle, 2-point rectangle, keyboard shortcut of R. Created my rectangle. The fillet. We're going to round off the corners. So let's take the fillet tool. Let's select the first corner. There's the fillet tool shortcut. You can go modify fillet. I'm going to click on the first corner. I don't want 10 millimeters. Let's make it 4 millimeters. It's going to be a little soft edge. We'll click the other 3 corners. There's the rounded edges. Hit enter. And we have our basic rectangle design. Let's finish sketch. And let's extrude that rectangle. There's my extrude shortcut. Create, extrude, keyboard shortcut E. And let's extrude it 5 millimeters. Type in my 5, my default unit, as you would find in document settings up here, is millimeters. If you wanted to change it, you'd click on that icon. But we're going to leave it millimeters, 5 millimeters, enter. And there I have a design, a face that I can add text to. All right. Let's create a sketch, but this time we are going to create a sketch on the face of the object we just created. Create sketch. Do not click on one of the planes. If the plane overlaps with the object the face you're wanting to select, and you click on the part of the plane where it's overlapping, it's going to default to the plane and not to the face. So if they overlap, click away from the plane. And there we are. Let's go to our text tool. Create. There's no shortcut up here. So create text. Okay, now I'm going to come in one grid, 1 point over from the top, 1 down. Let's snap to the grid there. Good. And let's go to the opposite corner. Why isn't that one snap? That I don't have snap to grid. Check. Let's check. Let's see. I'm going to hit escape. Snap to grid is check, uncheck, and recheck it. Sometimes it gets a little squirrely when I've started other programs. So let's go back to my text tool. Really not wanting to snap on that grid point. Okay, there we go. Click, click. That's better. Okay, so now I have a text box in place. Now I cannot key directly into this text box. I have a box up here in my text palette. This is where I have to update my text. I may rotate the text by using this tool. Put it back to 0. There it is. Okay, so you can angle your text if you'd like. Let's add some text. Spell it correctly. All right, so computer-aided design. Now that's obviously too big for the box that I've created. I can change my font, and that could change the size of some fonts are simply smaller than others. But let's not start off with that. Let's change our character size. Let's try 7 millimeters. That's not a bad fit. Let's make it bold. Good. Notice all your commands here that you have to control the text that you have, much like your Word documents. I'm not going to go into this in great detail. You all should be quite familiar with what these mean. Bold, italic, change the font. Let's go to oh, an old style. All right, so notice how my font changed a little bit. It got bigger. It's a little bigger than I wanted. So let's change it to 6. Okay, that's not bad. I can increase the spacing of the characters a little bit. To stretch it out. Now I have my alignment tools. I can flip it vertically or horizontally here. So it changes the orientation of the text. There are times that you would use such a thing, but I want to align my text. Okay, this is going to center. That's a horizontal alignment, and I want a vertical alignment. My text looks pretty much the way I want it. Let's click OK. So I've added text. Now, what am I going to do with it now that I've added? Let's finish sketch. So I have this text on the front or the top face of my design. Let's extrude the text. So let's go extrude. Deselect the profile because it selected the whole face. I just want the text selected. So my selection is highlighted. I'm going to click on the text. The text is selected. Yeah, selected. Let's extrude it to millimeters. I want it to be a join. Okay, join means it's going to be part of the body. I could make the text a new body, and that way I could give it a different appearance than the background. As a matter of fact, let's do that. New body, 2 millimeters. Click OK. Go to the home view, and you see how my text is raised from the top. That gives a good view of it. So let's select, and you can hold your Shift key. And click, don't click on the edges, click in the body of each letter. Dot of the I. All right, so I have them all selected. Notice it created a new body for each one of the letters. Okay. And let's right click, appearance. All right, the appearance window comes up. Double click on paint, glossy. Let's make them green. Click, drag, and drop. There it goes. It just took a second to work as it added the green to each one of the bodies. Let's select the back body one, which is the face of the object. Let's make that white. So dropping the white there. Oh, for some reason it got the background of the D. There we go, back to the green. So there, we've added text, and we've also added a appearance. Now, let's go back to the extrude where we created the new bodies. What would have happened? Edit feature. Close this first, I'm sorry. This thing's running quite slow. There we go. We added new bodies. There's my extrude. What happens if I pull it this way? Say, let's change this from new body to cut. And let's make it. Our original design was 5 millimeters. Well, -7 will do it. What it's going to do is cut holes. Change it. Instead of raising the text, it's going to cut the text out of the design. And though the letters will be hollowed out, so that instead of raising them, it'll actually just be cut out of the material. That's another option of what we could have done with it. All right, I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to do it. And it should bring everything back that we had in place. Yep. All right, that's the text tool, simply. Later on in class, we'll learn how to put the text to a curve and use a spline tool to shape the text on a curve, on some type of curve or arc. All right, in our next tutorial, we'll be creating or doing a project utilizing the text tool.